Good morning and happy Monday to you. Did you know that what you put in your brain is just as important as what you put in your body? I like to think about it as brain food. And with our Busting Scarcity Mindset book being launched tomorrow, I'm so excited. Actually, over the weekend, I caught a screen grab of Busting Scarcity Mindset being listed next to Lewis Howes, try saying all that together, School of Greatness, love his material in new releases and personal money management. And it just made my day. Lewis's book is bright green and I've already read his book. It came out on the 18th of March. Yes, I do read quickly and I love to read. And so I had it pre-ordered. And that's what I'm asking you to do for Busting Scarcity Mindset for you. Don't do it for me, do it for you. Because that brain food that I was talking about is so important. So I would love for you to pre-order Busting Scarcity Mindset. It is on Kindle. It will pop into your Kindle tomorrow sometime. Who knows? Could be midnight, could be noon. I don't know how Amazon runs their pop it into Kindle on the pre-order space, but I was very, very grateful to be listed next to Lewis Howes' book and see ours right there in the new releases. So back to the brain food thing. So there's so much information out about how to feed our bodies. And it is different for different people, right? What works for one doesn't work for another. Yet most adults work to figure out what works for them. Like, when you're a kid, you can kind of just eat whatever. And although not ideal, but a lot of kids do, and they can get away with that. But then as you grow into your adult life, you realize, oh my gosh, when I eat this, I don't feel good physically. And I know I had to figure that out for myself. And that was before the internet. So now it's a little easier. You can use a variety of different things to figure out your body food. What I'm talking about today is brain food. So it's the same kind of thing, right? When I watch that show, I don't feel good. When I pay too much attention to the news, I don't feel good. And so I really want you to think about the quality. And I did a fun little thing with hay, like in the barn for the animals, good quality, bad quality. Don't know if you saw that, but pay attention to the quality of your brain food. So to me, this means what I read. Now, I have, since I've been a Dan Sullivan disciple for over 30 years, separated out business books and personal books. Nevertheless, it's very important to me that the personal books, I call them free day books. I read them on the weekends. It's very important to me that the free day books are of good quality. Now, it's up to each person to determine for themselves what's good quality. My sister, for example, loves to read. She chooses very different books on free days. They're still good quality, but she likes a particular genre. I like historical fiction. And so that's what I read on free days. But I think more importantly is what is our daily brain food. And this is why Kristen and I wrote Busting the Scarcity Mindset, so that you could have a good place to go every single day for good brain food, to feed your brain with the good thoughts that are just necessary to be coming in all the time. A couple other habits that I've installed, and really, this is another Dan Sullivan saying, we are 100% disciplined already. We're just disciplined to our current set of habits. So if your current set of habits is to open up your phone and go straight to the news, I really encourage you to think about that. So I literally have a Bible lesson on my phone so that I don't go straight to the news. Now, I don't tend to look at the news very much at all. I decided long time ago, I was going to go on a news fast, and I just stayed on it. If anything major is happening, somebody will tell me. And so, you could say, oh, that's irresponsible or whatever. Well, it's not that I'm unaware. It's that I choose to not use the news to feed my brain in the morning. And in the morning, the most important thing for me is spiritual food. You could call it inspirational food. You could call it Busting Scarcity, the mindset food. You could use our book as your inspiration in the morning if that's food that then makes you feel good, right? And really pay attention to that, and very purposefully in the morning choose which button on that phone you're going to push. And then I tend to try to do it again around the noon hour. And I don't always pull this off because the day is busy or if I'm in a public setting or whatever, but I try to have another 5-10 minutes with good inspirational brain food. This is a perfect place for busting the scarcity mindset. Read a page or turn to the back of each chapter where there's 10 tips that you can implement. Just grab one of them, right? If you did, I think we've got 9 chapters, 10 chips, that ought to do you for the year, right? And that kind of inspirational brain food will be very, very helpful to you. One of my mantras is mental discipline. And so, as I said earlier, we're all 100% disciplined set of habits, but what are my mental habits that I'm working on that make a difference in my day to day life? And so, again, morning, noon, and then, of course, at night, it's about gratitude, right? What was I most grateful for during the day? This is an awesome subject to have at your dinner table. If you need a little extra tip in the dinner table discussions, go to prosperityparents.com. We have a plethora of potential positivity there. How's that for a whole bunch of alliteration? Nevertheless, you could also have Busting Scarcity Mindset book open and just share a thought, have everybody bring something to share a thought that is about their day and about gratitude and how it is so important to continue to feed it, right? It's gardening time, it's spring, people are getting flowers out. What are you feeding your flowers? What are you feeding your garden? It's the same kind of thing. We want to be watching what we're feeding our brain. So, so important to have that consistent, inspirational or spiritual, whichever word works for you. And what I really want out of our time together today, as I wrap up here, is an actionable aha for you. So please pick your site, right? Is it a book? Is it a piece of music? Is it a piece of art? Is it a podcast? Is it a video? Pick your site that you're going to go to at tomorrow morning or even at noon today, depending on where you are time zone wise. We still haven't hit the noon hour on East Coast. Pick your spot so that you're ready, right? Be prepared. And same with the dinner table conversations. Pick the thing that you want to bring to the dinner table. And when you get to the dinner table or the end of your day, and again, please, please don't end your day with news. There's nothing worse to go to sleep to. In fact, you don't go to sleep very well with that in your head. If you need to do news at 6 or 7 p.m., fine, do that. But I think so many people, especially in the older generation, that 10 o'clock news thing, everybody just did that and then went to bed. I can't imagine a worse thing to do before sleeping. So please shift your habit. That's the aha that I want for you today. Shift your habit. And what that means is adding something in, right? Nature abhors a vacuum. Thank you, Vince Dodona of Currents, that has said that so many times to me. So you've got to install the add before you deinstall, disable, get rid of the bad, right? You've got to, I like that quote. You've got to install the add before you get rid of the bad. And so add in, figure out what you're going to add for your brain food today, tonight, tomorrow. Be prepared. It's Monday. You've got a fresh week ahead of you. Spend just a little bit of time at your noon hour today, figuring out what you're going to be grateful for at the dinner table, how you're going to handle the last half hour of your evening time so that you can get that all important sleep to be fresh and ready to go the next day. That is my aha for you. Let's figure out the add before we get rid, so that we can get rid of the bad, however I said it. And that will set you up for so much better of a space. And lastly, when we're expressing gratitude, be as specific as we can and up-level it by being either inspirational or spiritual with it. I've shared this example a million times. When you go to pet the dog or the cat, so fun. That's the physical thing, right? Then what's the mental thing, the joy they give you? Then what's that even higher level, that spiritual thing? Chapter 9 in Busting Scarcity Mindset, the metaphysical economy. We are up-leveling up to here about economic environments. So with that, enjoy your day. Please pre-order. And tomorrow you'll have the book, Busting Scarcity Mindset. So grateful for you. Love to see your name on a review. Thank you.